Cette réforme des retraites.
Le scrutin est clos.
France's National Assembly has suspended President Emmanuel Macron's pension reform until 2028, delivering a major political blow to the French government. The measure to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64 had sparked nationwide protests and mounting public outrage. Mass demonstrations swept across French cities in recent months, with citizens demanding the government reconsider the reform. Protesters warned that the changes threatened social fairness and could destabilize public trust in state institutions. These tensions set the stage for a stormy debate inside the National Assembly. The parliamentary session became highly contentious as deputies debated the suspension of the reform. Tensions flared on the floor, reflecting deep partisan divides and highlighting Macron's diminishing influence after losing his parliamentary majority in snap elections. In this heated atmosphere, lawmakers explained their reasoning for voting on the suspension.
Setting a retirement age is treating senior executives in the same way as workers and employees. It is treating all professions the same way, whether they are arduous or not. This moment of discussion in the National Assembly was a moment of great violence, let us say it, and one of great social violence above all. And so, when we are called to discuss the postponement of this pension reform, even by a few months, even for a minority of people, then a majority of my group decided to vote for the suspension and postponement of this reform.
Votes on amendments to remove the suspension of the pension reform were decisively rejected, while the suspension itself was approved by a strong majority, signaling widespread opposition within the legislature. Support from both National Rally and Socialist deputies amplified the challenge for Macron.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy. I will put these removal amendments to a vote, which have received a double unfavorable opinion from the Commission and the government. This is a public vote. I ask you to please return to your seats. The vote is open. The vote is closed. The vote is closed. Voting 494, expressed 336, majority 169 for 70, against 266. The National Assembly has not adopted. We will put Article 45 bis to a public vote. I ask you all to please return to your seats. The vote is open. The vote is closed. Voting participants 505, votes cast 401, majority 201, in favor 255, against 146. The National Assembly has adopted.
Political analysts say the suspension reflects Macron's weakened position and the limits of his ability to implement controversial reforms amid mass protests and a fragmented parliament. The decision underscores a growing disconnect between the government and public sentiment. Public anger shows no signs of abating as labor unions and opposition groups continue organizing rallies and strikes. Citizens fear that postponing the retirement age without addressing social concerns may fuel renewed unrest and broader anti-government mobilization. The voices of everyday protesters reveal deep frustration with austerity measures.
Through measures affecting Social Security, deductibles, then there's the freeze on retirement pensions and public services that are deteriorating considerably. It's a whole system. Everything is connected. But above all, it's the tendency to portray retirees as privileged in order to pit them against others, which isn't really the case. They worked just like everyone else. It's a matter of social justice.
The suspension of the pension reform marks a rare defeat for Macron, illustrating the power of public mobilization in shaping French policy. The government must now navigate an increasingly volatile political landscape while responding to growing pressure from citizens demanding social equity.